Hello and welcome back to Unreal. Today we're looking at books and crannies in the interior. Let's take a look at our sequence. Right here we have Oscar run down the stairs with a bunch of books while Janner's desperately trying to get to Dragon Day. If we pull back from the camera, you can see that this floor and these walls aren't actually floors and walls. They're one painting with them combined together. So why did we do this? Well, Books and Crannies has a lot of different crevices and those sorts of things, so it wasn't very beneficial to build an entire set when we just have a couple camera moves. So if you see here, this is all arranged exactly to look in perspective with the camera here. How do our artists know what to paint in every situation? How do we get consistency? Well, that's where we have layout come in. Don't laugh, this is going to be ugly, but layout is this entire scene that we mocked up. This isn't the final product. This is simply just a way to put our cameras in and tell our background artists, what is in the location that they're going to be painting, right? What's the perspective of the bookshelves? What little books are going to be on the table and those sorts of things. Very general. We don't have finer details like maybe a rug or anything in this. It's just basic shapes and forms. We take a look at our layouts, you can see this is the same exact sequence with Oscar coming down the stairs. Janner isn't animated, nothing is pretty. This is just a general way to look at what the scene is going to look like perspective-wise. Here's the floor, here's the wall. If we pop back into our other sequence, we can see here's the floor and here's the wall. There's no desk in the layout, it's just general things, and we can hand this off to our painters and they can make beautiful work out of it. We have a couple other shots very similar. They're not pretty, they're not animated, they're just there to get a rough idea of where our cameras are and where our backgrounds are. And this camera work and layout is then used for when we put the final product and polish everything up for assembly. This is the same camera that we used previously. Let's break down the sequence after I kind of explained how it's all put together. Books and Crannies is very situational with their backgrounds. We didn't build everything, we just put the backgrounds in per shot, right? And we get to reuse them and be efficient that way. It's just not as extravagant as I would say the cottage was built, but still just as beautiful because we get even more paintings out of this. So let's layer everything up and see what this sequence looks like. So if we turn everything off, it's a little ugly, just a black space right here. Let's put in just straight out of the gate, we'll put in our multiplane, get our beautiful background, take a gander. We got some beautiful lighting here. We have lovely door scrapes on the floor. I didn't get to see that before. We have our camera turned on and we'll stick the characters in. So we have good old Janner, we got Oscar. We'll put the set back on, which is a set piece. This entire railing is just a big old prop and this little desk is a prop. And then we have our props that they're holding. So the books and the book down here on the desk. Then we have other factors like our lighting, which is already kind of turned on. We have some color adjustment layers, so we get to darken Oscar a little bit right here in this background, just to give him a little bit more depth as he walks into this beautiful sunlit area. And then finally, we have a shadow on the floor for Janner, which gives him a bit of a reference to this light up here that's coming down and casting this shadow. This one was a pretty easy one. We didn't have a full set to build, but there's a lot of work down into Book and Crannies. There's so many different shots, so many different sequences, and I hope you take a look and enjoy looking at all the different backgrounds we have in this one. So anyway, thanks for watching.
Fast to sleep, dark glory in the